predators rarely hunt in large groups, thus they cannot expect to receive quick or organised assistance should they suffer any injuries while hunting. As a result, an individual Yautja will tend to carry their own personal forms of first aid to ensure they are able to treat themselves. This takes the form of the Medkit, also called a Medicomp, and is stored on the predator's back as part of their so-called backpack. It is a handheld-sized carrying case containing serums and tools used to treat a wide range of injuries quickly and effectively. A typical medkit will contain surgical tools like syringes, wound clamps, a shrapnel extractor, surgical stapler and scissors, as well as medicines like antiseptic, cauterising solvent and an adrenaline shot. Another depiction of the Medicomp comes in the form of the health shards, where the predator injects itself with 2 needles that heal the body. This type is typically seen in the AVP games, and in Predator Concrete Jungle it is depicted as a gun-shaped syringe that heals all wounds. This one looks to be made of wood, which is highly unusual. The tools and methods used to heal the Yautja are very painful and no anaesthetic is shown to be used, as they will showcase physical pain and discomfort during treatment. In the first film, the jungle hunter uses his Medicomp to heal a bullet wound. The visible contents are powder, a shrapnel extractor, a spatula, a pair of scissors, 2 wound clamps, a stimulant shot and a tube of antiseptic. The case opens by a push latch mechanism and can be identified as part of the shoulder pack from the ridges across its top edge. The city hunter uses his kit to cauterise where his arm was cut off and to heal bullet wounds on his body. It has a radically different design to jungle hunters with a different shape and is a coppery colour matching his armour. The unit contains surgical blades, a shrapnel extractor, wound clamps, a spatula, a burner for melting medicine, a needle with 2 reloads for it, a container full of blue solvent and an emergency breathing mask. When the predator uses the burner, he crushed pieces of wall tiles and a mirror before adding the blue solvent to it, forming a gel, and used it to cauterise the wounds. It is interesting to see how anything can be used to make the cauterising gel, as it doesn't require any specific ingredients, with the blue liquid requiring nothing else except for mass to form the medicine, showing how advanced their medical technology is. In Alien vs Predator, it resembles the Predator 1 version, but is never seen in use. In AVP Requiem, the casing has a similar design again, but splits apart, revealing a surgical stapler. The use of staples to close wounds as opposed to needles is due to the fact that the Predator's hide is too thick for surgical needles. In Predators, the Super Predators don't possess any backpacks at all, and no healing is seen being performed on screen. This is likely because they always had their ship close by, so any medical equipment would be stored there. The Crucified Predator does have the same design as the first movie, but like his Super Predator Nemesis, is also never seen using it. In The Predator, no Medicomps are seen in the movie at all, and in Prey, the feral predator wears a large pack over the right hand side instead of the left like normal, containing a first aid gun, a medical gel dispenser which essentially glues wounds shut again. So I would say that out of all of the depictions we've seen, my favourite would definitely be the one from the first movie. It was a well executed scene that gave us one of the first short glimpses of the creature and really did a good job of building the tension. After that, it would be Predator 2, because it is also done in a really cool way how he seals his cut off arm back closed again. There are a few theories about why they don't use any kind of painkillers or anaesthetic. Some say they think it's because it's more honourable to do that, or I've also heard people say that it might be as a kind of punishment for letting themselves get injured, and so that they'll remember the pain and learn from that mistake, which I think is a good theory too. Another reason I think it could be is because if you have to perform surgery on yourself, you don't want to be doped up while you do it, as you'll probably end up doing more harm to yourself than good. But let me know what you thought about the Predator's Medicomp and which depiction was your favourite. Then like the video if you enjoyed it and sub if you want to see more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.